Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh my goodness, it is Sunday and I have a question for you. So, are you tired of putting in your trades and then them maybe tanking immediately, going into stop loss? Perhaps you are tired of feeling like you're scared to get in because you're not really sure if it's going to go up or down. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you some really cool stuff to be able to put away that fear and feel more confident in what you're doing with your trades. I'm going to tell you why you need confirmations as well as what they are, why we respond versus predict the market, and possible confirmations for your specific trading. So I do have a book of notes, lots and lots of notes. But today it's going to be a short one, just to give you a taste of what's possible, right? So if you're not aware, I'm actually part of a educational platform that provides the training, tools, and actual live mentorship from people who are leveraging their knowledge, leveraging tools, etc., and teaching people what they know so that others can be successful. If you want more information on that, let me know down below or send me a message and I'll get that info to you. But today I'm going to be talking about your confirmation checklist. Okay, so if you like what you see today, please be sure to put a thumbs up or, sprinkle this amongst your friends and family who might benefit. And let me know if, not let me know, but there should be a link somewhere above or below this video for my group. I would love to see you in there. All right. Um, okay. Oh, yeah. And sorry, I'm looking at my notes on my screen too. Also in my group, I do occasionally do live trading, so feel free to join us for that as well. All right. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Cassandra. I'm also known as the Daily Wealth Ninja, and I started doing this because I have a passion to empower others to create additional success in their life online, whether that's with digital marketing, which is with my Prosperous Heart page, or whether it's with Forex and crypto trading, because truly this is an amazing skill set that I firmly believe falls in that parable of if you give someone a fish, they eat for a day, but if you teach someone a fish, their family eats for generations. And this is a skill that truly embodies that, because once you learn it, it's something you can take with you no matter what's happening, whether you have the tools, whether you have mentorship, whatever, you've already learned that skill. Okay. So, all right, you have struggles, you have fears, you're not really sure when to get in. So let's go ahead and get started with what I wanted to share today. And then if you haven't noticed yet, I have a scrolling bar here that basically says all materials presented in this stream is for educational and instructional purposes only. I have to be sure to let you know this because I live in America and it is illegal for me to give you trade recommendations or investment advice. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I am not responsible for your choices and your actions when trading. I'm simply sharing with you information that I've learned along my trading journey in the hopes that it helps you and benefits for your own. With every investment, there is always some level of risk. Be sure that you understand those risks or you seek out professional advice. Results of other people, including myself, do not guarantee nor dictate your future success. So that's built on your action, level of knowledge, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, now that we got all the legal jargonese out of the way, let's talk about confirmations. So first of all, I'm going to actually touch about the second thing I said I'd talk about, which is why we respond versus predict. So in the markets, I don't care. I do not care who tells you that they can tell you what the market is going to do. They can't. The reason for this is that the market makers, which are the banks, the people with billions of dollars, they're the ones that push the market up and down. The things that you learn, the tools that you use, the strategies that you find out, they help you to make more and better informed decisions because you want to trap your trades. You want to minimize your risk and maximize your potential for gain. That's how it is for any investment, right? And you can be more accurate with better knowledge and understanding of how the markets work than if you're just trying to throw your money around and hope that it works. Okay, so you just can't predict the markets. You can respond to it. You can trap the trades. You can set your stop loss to minimize your risk, but you cannot predict the markets. Now, why you need confirmations? So confirmations are basically a checklist that you've created based on some strategy that you're following, a tool that you're using. Maybe it's based on your own knowledge. There are confirmations that say, let's say that you had 5 options for confirmations, like maybe it's your support and resistance lines, maybe it's your Fibonacci, maybe it's a particular tool that you're using. And for you to feel safe making a decision on your trading, you have to have 4 of those 5 done. Like they have to be checked off your list. And if 4 of those 5 are not done, then you don't get in the trade. That's what that means. It could be all the items in your checklist. It could be 3 of the items in your checklist. But the more confirmations that you have, the more likely you are setting yourself up for success because you're saying, okay, all my ducks are in a row. It looks like everything's going the way I expect it to. I've checked XYZ. My checklist is good. I'm getting in. Okay. So that is why your checklists and confirmations are so important because they minimize your risk and maximize your potential for earning. All right. So now I want to talk to you about what are some possible criteria. All right. Great. All right. So first of all, what's the trend? If you're not sure what a trend is, I have a FREE basic training for you. Just let me know. Actually, if you send, oh, I don't know if Facebook lets me do that anymore. If you say boot camp down below or send me a message for this right here, if for some reason my bot doesn't work, I will manually send it to you. But this will allow you to get the 5-day boot camp that covers a lot of the basics that you'd learn in just about any Forex trading course or crypto, probably even in stocks. So what's the trend? What time frame are you on? If you're on the 1 minute time frame and your trend is up, but the 5 minute is down, you're probably going against the trade unless you're a scalper, right? If you are looking at the 15 minutes, right, but maybe your 4 hour or daily is going in the opposite direction, you might be going against the trend, right? But it depends. There's so many it depend responses, right? That you have to figure out what your strategy is in order to be successful. So you've got to determine trend. You never want to go against the trend. The trend is your friend. If they're going up, right? You want to keep going up unless there's something else going on that says, hey, you might be hitting a turn in the cycle. Maybe, there's lots of things to determine that. We're not going to get into all those today. But what's the trend like? Are you going against the trend? Are you about to be going against the trend, right? Based off of whatever you put on your charts. So that's the first one. What's the trend for your criteria? Second, support resistance. Are you in a support? Are you near a support resistance area, a major reversal area, right? Are you getting close to that? Are you in it, right? These are things that you want to make sure that you are looking at before you get in your trade. Because if you're close to a support resistance zone, and let's say that the candles, the prices is going this way, and they're about to hit a support zone. Are you going to keep selling, right? Or are you going to wait to see what it does, if it comes back up or if it breaks through and does a retest and goes back down, right? So you've got to know where you are, where your price is. Are you at a support or resistance line? Long wicks. Long wicks are the lines that you see in your candles. Long wicks indicate that there was a huge struggle and then it's having a problem breaking through this area, which means it could be a new line of support and resistance, which you look to the left to see if there's possibility with that. But basically it's saying that I'm having trouble getting here. So let's say you had a candle, right? And I don't have my screen up right now, but let's say you have a candle and it had a really small body, really, really long wick. Okay, so here's the body, here's the wick. I know it's terrible. I should have had this on screen. That's saying that, let's say it was a red candle, meaning it was a sell. So that means that it started, if it was a red candle, yeah, it probably started somewhere, wherever the body was. The top of the body indicates that that's where it started. And so the buyers got all the way up here, and then the sellers came all the way back down to the body of the wick, right? So the buyers tried to push, but the sellers were too strong and kept the price down. So the long wick means it's at a breaking point. It's at a potential major reversal zone. So you probably don't want to keep buying on that particular time frame. So long wicks. Consolidation. is are you currently in a consolidation right now? And if you're in consolidation, you do not want to be trading because right now that's when things are kind of phasing out, and at some point it'll break out of consolidation either up or down, and you could be wrong. So make sure that you understand if you are in consolidation. Cover this also in the boot camp. Next one is trend line. Oh, trend line. So sure, there's the trend of the candles, right? But your trend line has it. Let's say that you've got. Let's say that you've got your candles, right? Maybe they're going like this, right? And so you have this trend line. Oh my gosh, I really should just have this on. Yep. All right. So we've got our we've got our candles, right? And they're going down, and we have this trend line that's been touching some of the tops of the candles. I should bring up the charts. Um, but I didn't have a chart ready. So let's say that you have your candles and they're going down, right? And they're going along a trend line. That trend line, once it's broken, you are like it's likely going to either change direction or go into consolidation. So you want to be aware of your trend lines because they are like support and resistance zones, but they're with the trend of, there we go. Let's do this. All right, so here's the trend line. We have, price doing whatever, maybe hitting this trend line a couple of times, right? And then maybe it breaks out over here, right? But it might come back, or it might break out and then maybe somehow retest and then keep going. So your trend lines are going to be helpful for you in determining where price is going as well, and to confirm if you should get in or not. Price moving in direction. What direction is price moving? Is it up or down? Right? Is it a retest? Did it break through a support resistance zone or a trend line? Is it retesting, i.e., coming back to that support resistance zone and then going in the direction that it was like? So if it was originally going up and it it broke through your resistance line or zone and it came back down and did a retest, i.e., it came back and then came back up, then you know that it's probably good to keep going and buy. If it was going down and it broke through the support and then came back up to the support and maybe got in the area but then kept going back down, it's a sign that you should be getting into sell. So you want to see, look for retests. Pullbacks, pullbacks just mean that it's going up, right? And then it comes down for a little bit and then it goes back up. So that's a retest when it comes back down and keeps going in the original direction. So those are things you want to look for. And one thing that if you're not sure about those retests and pullbacks, again, feel free to join the group. But those pullbacks and retests are part of the Elliott wave cycle. So do be sure to check that out. And then let's see, I think that's it. Yeah, those are all, that's all I want to share today. So like I said, today was about the confirmation checklist. I shared information on why you need confirmations, why we respond versus predict in the market, as well as possible confirmations for your trading. Now, for me, I've actually been doing some training with a particular tool that's at my disposal because of the program that I'm part of, which you're free to be, sorry, sometimes get tongue tied. Um, Reach out to me if you want more information, but there's a tool that I'll be sharing with the group probably this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, regarding this tool because there's only 4 checklist items. 4. Not 10, not 20, 4. And if you don't get all 4 of them, you don't get in your trade. So if you want more information on that, do join the group Daily Wealth Ninjas of Forex in over on Facebook. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And thanks so much. Have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day. And again, if you're struggling for your trading, if you're not sure how to get in, make sure that you have your checklist. Make sure that you have your trading. Um, uh, oh, I just did this last week. Your checklist, your trading, not your schedule. I can't remember the word right now, of course. But the thing that you do to get prepped for your trading, you know what to trade, you know the pairs you're trading. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't remember this phrase right now. If you want that information, I'll be sure to link it over on my YouTube. or send it to you via Messenger if you reach out about it. But regardless, make sure that you have that information. And that's it. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.